Editing. The final film frontier. An essential part of the post-production process, editing is quite literally the seams which hold a film together. Without it, every movie you watch would turn into a marathon viewing, seeing takes of the same scene for hours on end, with messy transitions and no clear cohesion. As well as choosing the cream of the crop, the best takes to go into a film, the editor is responsible for how a film flows, how we get from point A to point B. Or, in the case of one of the most well-known examples of editing from The Godfather, point assassination to point baptism. In the world of editing, there are many different functions found in the cutting room that come together to make a movie. Possibly the most common is one which most audiences don't even notice. Being colloquially known as invisible editing for good reason, continuity editing is what makes films flow. Including such staple techniques as the shot reverse shot and eyeline match, continuity editing is primarily used to make a scene seem realistic and believable. A shot reverse shot is used in a conversation between two characters and consists of two shots over the shoulders of each character, edited to show the face of the character who is speaking and the back of the listener's head, making the conversation easy to follow. An eyeline match is also used in conversational settings, but in this instance it is used when both characters are shot in close-up. The shots of the characters' faces are edited so that the eyeline of the character in frame matches the other's eye height, to indicate that they are looking at each other. These techniques are what make films so easy to watch. If a movie didn't follow these simple rules of editing, the effect would be jarring and, worst of all, noticeable. The form of editing you have most likely come across after continuity editing is time and space editing. Editing which, you guessed it, denotes the time and space in which a scene takes place. Most of the time, this is used in order to show a flashback with a match cut. Often, when showing that we were in the past, a director chooses to focus on the character whose past we are delving into, and their face and the surroundings cut to that of their younger self. This occurs in the opening scene of City of God, where a shot of an adult Rocket, crouching in front of the gang and the police, cuts to a young Rocket, crouching in front of his rival football team. Possibly the most well-known match cut in film history is used to denote a flash forward. In the case of 2001: A Space Odyssey, this manipulation of time and space is used to show the advancement of human technology. In the infamous Dawn of Man sequence, a group of prehistoric apes have fashioned weapons out of bones to kill their rival group. Once victorious, the lead ape throws his club into the sky. The scene then cuts to a satellite in orbit, showing the progression of the human race from the dawn of the species to space exploration in a matter of minutes. However, match cuts are not just limited to the visual elements of film. Match cuts can also be done with dialogue, like this innuendo-filled scene from Austin Powers 2.
Colonel, you better take a look at this radar.
What is it, son?
I don't know, sir, but it looks like a giant...
Dick,
Yeah.
take a look out of starboard.
Oh my God, it looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, where?
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Privates! We have reports of an unidentified flying object. It is a long, smooth shaft, complete with two balls.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous...
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying...
Willie. Yeah. What's that? Well, it looks like a giant...
Johnson,
Yes, sir.
get on the horn to British intelligence and let them know about this.
Before I delve into my 3 personal favourite examples of editing, here's some examples of the many transitions and editing techniques you may have come across. And now for my top 3 favourite examples of editing. Number 1. Edgar Wright's editing aesthetic. Edgar Wright is a director well known for his fast-paced editing style, loving to play with the speed of editing. Some of the most comedic moments in Wright's films come from the incredibly speedy, high-tension scenes of characters cleaning their teeth and getting ready to go out. During these high-octane scenes, there is often a single lengthy shot, much less fast-paced than the others, which goes back immediately to rapid cuts and intense actions. As well as reminding the audience that these scenes are in fact showing everyday activities carried out by an average Joe, these scenes create anticipation in the audience, who are ready to be whisked off their feet by the next fast-paced cut. By giving such a heightened matter of urgency to mundane scenes and juxtaposing breakneck edits with meandering shots, Wright injects humour effortlessly. Because after all, who thought you could get excited without someone tying their shoelaces? Number 2. The rhythm of Baby Driver. Another example of Edgar's excellent editing can be found in his most recent film, Baby Driver. In Baby Driver, every single scene syncs seamlessly to the music in the eponymous character's headphones. This feat of editing provides Baby Driver with such a strong sense of cohesion that not many other films have, as every tyre screech, gunshot, and door slam matches the beat of whatever song Baby is listening to. This innate sense of rhythm created by blurring the diegetic line serves to draw the audience even further into the film, immersing themselves into a film which was made with music in mind. Number 3. Bending Time with Birdman. Some of the most impressive editing in cinema can be found in one-take movies such as Birdman. Many movies which claim to be filmed in one take are actually very clever illusions, employing the use of cuts in moments of darkness or when focused on still areas. As well as giving actors time to rest rather than acting the whole film at once, this allows the technical marvels of a one-take film to take place post-production, rather than on set. Through leaving the issue of sewing takes together to the editors, Birdman allows for moments in which no actors are on screen and the flow of time is accelerated. This allows the story to take place over multiple days while still keeping the intense feeling of immersion. The constant subjective camera angle of a one-take film allows the audience to place themselves in the position of an unseen character in the story, increasing their investment. Through studying film, I've gained a whole new appreciation for the unseen aspects of film production, and the power that a simple edit can have on the audience's experience of a film. As well as providing the necessary cohesion, editing has been used to great comedic effect, for giving a film an innate sense of rhythm, and for demonstrating such mastery over the passage of time that even the greatest magician would regard it with jealousy. I believe that learning about editing has enhanced my cinematic experiences, and made me see the true artistry demonstrated in the cutting room. However, I don't think my family will ever forgive me for film studies removing my ability to watch a film without analysing it to death.